Kind of unique, you know, you can only go into the corner one speed, and you usually come out in one speed because of the wheel spin, and it's picking some really good smooth lines to keep the momentum coming out of the corners more than going in. It's totally different tactics than on a hard pack track. Going into the corner usually doesn't really mean anything, you know, braking wise, because you're not using brakes. So it's definitely coming out, keeping momentum up, and then getting across those big bumps as fast as you can. And then the endurance plays a factor because the sand tends to wear on you because there's a lot more movement on the bike you got to do.
Very intelligent rider and always good for a good interview is Jeff Ward. And we are set for the final race of the day, the second 250 Moto. Now there's a $15,000 purse up for this race alone with $2,000 to the winner. But that's not what Ward and Stanton are thinking about. They're thinking about the overall. And Stanton has yet to win, even though he led going into this race, has yet to win an overall 250 national this year. So here we go. Stanton won the first one. The question is, can he do it in the second round? And here we go. 30 minutes plus 2 laps. And who goes out in front? It is a Kawasaki in front, and that is Mike Fisher of Santee. No, it's Ward. Fisher took the lead for just a moment. Well, back and forth they go. Let's check as they go out. Fisher, an R&D rider for Kawasaki, momentarily took the lead. He is number 23, and here is a rider who is down, a tough break. And there's Ward coming into the fray. And Stanton goes out in front. A confusing start. That's 257. Do not have a name on him. One of the lower-ranked riders, a triple-digit rider. So it is Stanton out in front. Number 1, Jeff Stanton, factory Honda in front. And let's see who's second. Well, the fans are cheering on Stanton. Wardy was right up there, and there is, looks like Jeff Ward. Southwick, Massachusetts. Action. It is Ward running second, Damon Bradshaw running third. Bradshaw on the factory Yamaha running in third spot. But it is Stanton now setting a pace, and remember, Ward is riding with an injured wrist. He is currently running second, but the question is, can he catch Stanton, and more importantly, can he hold on to second? Jeff Stanton in front. Jeff Ward coming up the uphill behind him, and Damon Bradshaw on the factory Yamaha at this point moving into third. So Jeff Stanton, who's relatively healthy, leading here in this second moto in front, looking good. And he is holding on to that lead, but look out as Bradshaw starting to move up now. There's Ward in second, number 3. He looks behind him, and Damon Bradshaw is moving up strong right behind Wardy. Bradshaw just turned 18 years old just a few days ago, and he's running third, but making it difficult for Ward. The ruts developing, the trenches developing here. Looks like a World War I battleground. And it looks like, well, let's check as they come into camera range. No, it is Bradshaw in second. And Bradshaw has passed Wardy, and Wardy drops to third. And Bradshaw, the hot young kid from Charlotte, North Carolina, is starting to put the pressure on Stanton. Bradshaw, number 8, 18 years old. It's the jet ski and water ski and hunt when he's not racing. There's number 8, Bradshaw, and the crowd cheering him on. A lot of kids, the young riders, they haven't been hurt yet, and they don't know the meaning of fear. As you crash, you learn it fast. So now Bradshaw, who is brought on the back tire of Stanton, is making a pass on the inside. No, Stanton holds him off. Wardy sitting in third. Here's the battle. Stanton and Bradshaw going at it hammer and tong. And Wardy sitting in third watching the action. But Jeff Stanton, who won the first moto, leads here in the second moto. Power Sports Video. Excellent camera work by our crew. You are seeing all the action, folks. As Bradshaw stays on Stanton like a dog on a piece of meat. Well, there's a mistake. He tries to slingshot around. Stanton goes way off the track and almost goes down. And that's a problem when you're a young rider and still got a little bit to learn. You'll do things and take chances where a more seasoned veteran such as Stanton does not do things like that, go off the track or almost overshoot the berm. And he went all the way over the berm, Bradshaw did. So Cooper wins the 125 class. We're watching the hot and heavy action of the second 250 class. Stanton came into this with about a 3-point lead over Wardy, and looks like he's going to increase that lead as Ward can only sit in third in his second moto. Damon Bradshaw on a very fast white YZ 250 going, whoa, almost. Now the interesting point, and Stanton lets him go by, and I think he did let him go by. Because Stanton knows he's got first overall. He's got a wild, crazy young kid nipping at his heels. He's going to let Bradshaw go by and let Bradshaw make a mistake now. At least that's what Stanton is hoping. Bradshaw leading Stanton. Bradshaw, North Carolina, Stanton from Sherwood, Michigan. And now Stanton puts the pressure on the kid from the 18-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina. Larry Huffman calling the action on the Power Sports video cameras here. The action between these two, and then this young gentleman, number 3, Ward, in third. They come into traffic. That always can be a factor, especially when you've got riders who, it can be a danger, I should say, when you've got riders who are not racing the national circuit. They'll come out once a year and race the low-digit guys, and suddenly they tangle with one as one is trying to lap them. Yamaha against Honda. Stanton, as we said, won the first moto convincingly, and he knows if he finishes second at number 8, Damon Bradshaw, he's got an overall, the first of the year. Stanton continues to stalk Damon Bradshaw. And you got to be thinking that Stanton is hoping for a mistake and possibly a crash. Fighting through traffic, number 8, and that is Damon Bradshaw picking his way through the triple-digit numbers. But that's always a dangerous situation to be in when you're coming up on these guys. You don't know what they're going to do. Meanwhile, Johnny O'Mara is running about 5th or 6th spot at this point, we understand. O'Mara starting to make a move. Here's first and second. Damon Bradshaw, Yamaha, Jeff Stanton, Honda. MX 338. Southwick, Massachusetts. That's the name of the track. The second and final moto in this battle today, round number 6, national championship. One more to go for Stanton if he can hold on to this lead. And he'll have that second national 250 title. Now Stanton goes up on the inside and passes, a beautiful pass of Damon Bradshaw, where Bradshaw was not expecting it. So Jeff Stanton goes back in front. Let the kid go out in front for a while. Let's see what he can do now. Let's see if Bradshaw will keep his everything in perspective and repass Stanton. The temperature in the upper 80s, they would claim, the riders would say that humidity has got to be at least that bad today here in Southwick. There's Stanton, the blood red Honda, and Damon Bradshaw on the Yamaha in seconds. And major changes now, ladies and gentlemen, as number 8, Bradshaw, you see him here, went down and got the wind knocked out of him, and that knocked him out of the top 5. So Johnny O'Mara has come up into second spot on the factory Kawasaki. That's a surprise. And in third spot, here's another surprise. Mike LaRocco has taken third on the Suzuki. So Stanton let the wild young kid, Damon Bradshaw, battle and then fall down, and he is coasting to the victory. Jeff Stanton, number 1, but O'Mara will join him in the victory circle if they finish like this, and it looks like they're going to. The checkered flag